You could have shown up to game day with a basic 7-layer dip, but you didn't. You called an audible and swapped the sour cream layer for Philadelphia cream cheese. Now, words like creamy and delicious are flying around the room, and your dip
so good
is getting more looks than a top fantasy wideout. You don't follow a recipe, you Philly it whenever you Philly like it. Philadelphia cream cheese.
Time for a sofa upgrade? Visit WashableSofas.com and discover Anabay, where designer style meets budget-friendly prices, with sofas starting at $699. Anabay brings you the ultimate in furniture innovation with a modular design that allows you to rearrange your space effortlessly. Perfect for both small and large spaces, Anabay is the only machine-washable sofa inside and out. Say goodbye to stains and messes with liquid and stain-resistant fabrics that make cleaning easy. Liquid simply slides right off. Designed for custom comfort, our high-resilience foam lets you choose between a sink-in feel or a supportive memory foam blend. Plus, our pet-friendly, stain-resistant fabrics ensure your sofa stays beautiful for years. Don't compromise quality for price. Visit WashableSofas.com to upgrade your living space today with no-risk returns and a 30-day money-back guarantee. Get up to 60% off plus free shipping and free returns. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
Yeah, here we are, baby. Patrick Morning Show. It is 7:08. The St. Paul Saints normally bring you the news right now, but it ain't news day. It's football day, and Fargo and Tommy and Ben are over there. We're going to talk a little more college football in a moment, but quickly, the St. Paul Saints were walked off by the Louisville Bats, 6-5, 10-inning loss at Louisville Slugger Field. 58-74 Saints send John Klein to the mound against Louisville tonight. We'll let you know when they are back in town. At saintsbaseball.com, you can get your tickets. NBC Universal says nearly all available ad spots are sold out for this NFL season.
Wow.
The company, media company, said 90% of its ad inventory for Sunday Night Football has been sold.
Wow.
Meanwhile, ad spots for February's Super Bowl are completely booked.
Already?
Already.
Good for that salesman. That's fantastic.
NBC
Well, then buy
said,
ads on the power trip.
Right. NBC said this upcoming NFL season is already its highest grossing ever.
Oh, my gosh.
The NFL season kicks off Thursday tonight with Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Dallas Cowboys. I continue to forget, is that in Dallas or in Philly?
In Philly.
And this is this is an Amazon?
NBC. Yeah.
Okay.
NBC.
And then
YouTube tomorrow.
YouTube tomorrow night?
Yep.
Hogs, where is the Super Bowl? Does it say?
Santa Clara.
Yeah, that's right. Santa Clara this year.
Where the Niners
the
play.
Niners.
That's right.
You can get rain
Great
out there.
stadium, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great stadium.
I love that stadium.
I do too.
Oof.
Isn't it a baseball field?
No,
No,
that's the old days.
no.
Yep. Not anymore.
You're thinking of Wrigley.
Earlier, Meat Sauce brought up the Twins attendance. Do we think the Twins attendance is paid attendance or turnstile?
The attendance that they put out is paid attendance.
So 11,721. That's
Tickets. Yeah, that's not people.
Oof. I was just thinking, like, Hawk, you were saying the St. Paul Saints.
Yeah.
I wonder if the St. Paul Saints could outdraw the Twins one night before it's all done.
Man,
I bet you they could.
I got to know those stats.
That's a tough
The
look.
Tuesday night crowd was
It was brutal, dude.
4,000 people.
And dogs.
Yeah. And I
Look
mean,
how short the lines
think
were.
they
It's
count
probably
the dogs?
fantastic.
They should
Well,
count the
you
dogs.
are a glass half full kind of guy, Tommy. I love you. That's great.
Think about
I love it,
it.
dude. That's great.
that's
That's great. That's one good way to look at it. I mean, those people aren't making enough money to support their family, but at least the lines are short.
yeah, correct. At least you got to get 2 hot dogs.
That's great, man.
So can I ask a really dumb question? Because I really should know this by now.
Yeah, maybe go
So
ahead.
if you go to a Twins game, and let's just say you get a cheap ticket, 300 level, whatever. Outside of Champions Club, can you just wander?
Yeah.
Find a better seat?
It depends on the usher. Sometimes they kind of say, kick it out of here. But most people let you wander.
That was Macho Man.
I just
You can
feel
wander
like,
down. You can get right in front. You can get right behind the Champions Club. You can, and again, I would think they'd let you wander. I mean, that thing is
Of course,
sparse.
they should.
well, that's the thing. It's like, if you're an usher, why do you really care?
Yeah.
Like, don't you want you want more people in the lower bowl anyway, like close to the action?
Yeah, I agree.
I don't know. It's like, just let the people enjoy. If you're going to go watch that level of baseball, just let them get close to the action.
That's right. Let them throw out the first pitch.
Let them be the bad
Tommy,
boys.
Tommy, did you hear who was doing the color this week?
Yeah, Tanner.
Tanner Morgan.
How about that?
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
I didn't know he was doing that.
He's doing the first
Tanner
one,
Morgan
right?
and Emma Carpenter. Emma Carpenter, former golfer. She is the sideline reporter.
Oh,
No kidding.
awesome.
That's so cool.
That's
This
great.
is for Big Ten Network?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think Emma just moved to L.A., right?
She
Full
did,
time.
Oh, cool.
She's going to be big time.
That's pretty cool, man.
And the guy doing play-by-play was the guy who murdered his teammate from Northwestern State. He's out.
They let him out just to
Yeah,
do
it's
this.
good behavior, so they're going to let him call. Yeah, he's the Vox this weekend.
Oh, is he really?
Yeah,
good.
it's going to be good.
That's nice.
Yeah, he deserves a shot.
Yeah.
He does.
He already gave one.
Yeah. Well played.
Thank you.
What games did you watch, Hawk, last weekend?
I watched all of the
Texas, Ohio State.
Ohio State. That was super fun.
So good.
A little bit of North Carolina on Monday night, which was
Hilarious.
Got crushed.
That's
That
bad.
was so bad.
That's going to get real bad.
well. The thing
How does
is,
he not play
though,
Max Johnson? This is such a dumb decision.
I know. The thing is, though, and I guess this is a question I should have asked before I started this sentence. How many players are on a college football roster?
It's capped at 100 now, isn't it?
It's capped. Yeah, I think it's capped at 105.
105.
The thing I
105.
kept hearing was that 70 of the players on that team for
Transferred.
Bill Belichick were brand new. 70.
Yeah.
And I was like,
my.
they have 70 players?
Yeah.
I had no idea. How many travel?
65.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's, you know, it's not that odd anymore. A lot of the, I think we've talked about, I think the leading portal transfer school, I think, is Purdue at like 75. So that's a ginormous amount of movement, right? But it's not unprecedented in this day and age of college football. I think Kirk Herbstreit's point in the broadcast is just, how do you gel 70 guys, especially when things go bad?
Yeah.
And that's why I think that team's missing that, probably is missing that leader. I don't, you got to have some alpha male kind of step up and lead. And my guess is that's what they're missing. And he seems a little I think
He doesn't care.
he doesn't care,
Yeah,
right?
he
You
doesn't
can
care.
see
It's the weirdest bit of
Making
all time.
$11 million.
What percentage of sports fans do you believe are cheering against North Carolina because of Belichick? Because I feel like the entire
All of them.
sports
Yes.
world laughs.
All of them.
And
60, 70%.
Yeah.
PA's bit about how arrogant he's been his whole career and how these teams are going to run the score up on him.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks this is a weird situation. Even like the pomp and circumstance on Monday where it was like it was the Super Bowl. ESPN did like an hour lead up to
I know,
it.
it's crazy.
They scored on the first drive, and then what did they not complete a pass for like 2 real-time hours?
Yeah.
I really believe that he just took the job to get away from that girl.
No, she's on the sideline.
I know. And then he was like, well, she's here. I thought you were going to
mixes it
stay
with the students.
home.
The defense was, and his son's the coordinator, right? I mean, the defense was brutal.
Brutal.
What about, I don't know anything about anything, but I thought the world was pretty tough on old Arch Manning. Did you guys
He was
agree with
really
me on
bad,
that?
but he was bad.
I know, but this is his first year as a starter, isn't it?
Yeah, it was, and they built him way up. But what was concerning is he's going against a great defense, but I mean the balls. He looked nervous.
sidearm
he kept
balls.
stretching his arms out like 2 hours into the game because a lot of his throws like hit the ground.
Really bad.
Really bad.
Super bad. And he was nervous.
Oh.
And he looked so uncomfortable. Like just scared.
Arch.
Like almost like the moment was too big for him, which
Yeah.
I never
Yeah.
thought.
I just feel
It's a
bad
big
for the kid.
moment.
I'm not going to lie.
Massive
I
moment.
can't help it. I feel bad for the kid. I know it's a
Feel
dumb thing to
awful.
say. I do. I just, there's no way to win in that situation.
No, but he's like throwing
He's
off his back foot a lot.
But what's going to happen now? He's going to come back and play against defenses that are not nearly as good as Ohio State.
Yep, right.
He's going to become much more comfortable. So the question will be, when we get back around to the college football playoff come late December, where is he at? And I think he's going to be he's going to be great. I just think he's not going to be Garrett Nussmeier. He's probably not going to be the kid from South Carolina, but he's going to be really good. But
That kid's outstanding.
Lenoris.
Yes.
Lenore Sellers.
He's so good.
The thing is with Arch is like when you watch him last year, I don't know how many times you guys watched him play last year because he had a couple starts last year.
Yeah.
He got some playing time. He looked good.
Yeah.
Like I see where the hype train got started. Obviously with the heritage and the last name and all this other stuff. But it's like he really is a good quarterback. What we saw last Saturday was a absolute shell of himself.
Yeah.
So I don't know
He'll
how
come
much
back.
of that is nerves and all that stuff leading up to the first game, or it really was just Matt Patricia's defense really had them on their heels. But to your point, I think his very first attempt, there was a guy wide open,
ground
about 12 yards away, and he dirted it like at 8 yards.
Yeah.
And
Not
I'm like,
good.
Shocking.
whoa, like that was horrible.
Yeah.
And it never really got better from that.
It
So
didn't.
even on some wide open throws that were easy throws, he didn't complete or even come close to completing. I'm with you, Hawk. I feel bad for him because
He's making $8 million, guys. Don't feel that.
No. Well,
Correct. He's on every other commercial.
I think I'm empathetic to the amount of pressure that he's under.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Correct. Listen, he knows the landscape he's walking into. When he was coming out of high school and he's getting paid this, and there was some controversy about him and Quinn Ewers even between when he decided he was going to go to Texas, and he's been surrounding himself with all of this stuff, so he knows how to handle it. But at the same time, he's still a kid.
Yeah.
There's still so many people that just want to attack him. It's kind of like Shador. It's like people can't wait to pounce on these kids and like jump on them and beat them down. And it's like, I get it. They put themselves in the limelight. They understand the situation. They're getting paid lots of money. We're treating college football like it's professional football, but it's not.
Yeah.
These are still kids.
Yeah.
You
can't buy back your mental health no matter which one you have.
They play San Jose State, and they're 36.5-point favorites.
He'll crush.
Yeah.
I mean, last weekend was an epic weekend. It changes this week. I mean, to Sauce's point, there's a lot of Texas, San Jose State type games.
I think there's one ranked game, two ranked opponents.
And that's the game that we picked this week was number 15 Michigan. Mm-hmm. Sherrone Moore, I think, is coaching this game, but eventually has to sit out. I think it's a 3-game suspension. He had that true freshman, the number 1 ranked recruit in the country, big dude, Bryce Underwood at quarterback, goes to Oklahoma. So, big game.
That's a fun game.
Oklahoma minus
Are
5
they ranked?
Number 18. Yep.
Oh, they are, okay.
And so they have what people say was probably the best portal transfer pickup. They got a quarterback from Washington State who looked good in week 1. So they have a good quarterback. They feel great about themselves. Oklahoma minus 5.5. That's who Ben Lieber is taking.
Okay.
You are.
I'm going Big Ten plus
Benny, that's
5.5.
scary. That's very scary.
Well, the thing is,
You think J.J. McCarthy's walking back in that?
No, this freshman quarterback's a real deal.
He's a real deal.
Yeah, he's a real
Is that the guy Portnoy paid for?
Probably. Yes, I think so.
Yeah.
Wow.
He's the best recruit in the country.
Yeah. He was the top recruit in the country. So you have 2 big-time quarterbacks.
Yeah. Well,
And they all wear Jordan. Sick.
Yeah.
Listen, so I think the way that we've sort of unofficially handled our bet is like kind of whoever loses the week before just kind of throws out, here's who I like for this upcoming week. You get first dibs. And this is a terrible week for me. This is a terrible week for me to actually win last week.
I thought
because
I gave you 2 I gave you 2
opportunity. Like there's 2 games. There's Iowa State.
And why wouldn't you take Iowa?
Because I believe in Iowa State. They're really good.
They are very good.
They are.
They're very good.
They
Now,
were good.
now listen,
Sucker you into it.
they're historically, recent history, they have not played Iowa very well at home at Jack Trice, which is where I think the game is.
It is, yep.
Right. But all that being said, and I get it's a rivalry. I get it. Like it seems like every game comes down to 3 points between these two.
Minus 3.5.
Yeah, I know and that's why they put the line at minus 3.5. I don't want to touch that game. I think
it's a weird game to
you're
touch.
choosing Iowa State. I would have chosen Iowa State.
Yeah.
Like I think that's the more sure win.
They look really
so
good.
you're taking Michigan, which I would have taken Michigan. And I'm like, you leave me 2 opportunities. One, I think, Iowa State's going to beat Iowa by more than 3.5.
Yeah.
For sure. So I'm crossing my fingers and my toes that Oklahoma can pull this out.
Well,
but I don't have a lot of faith.
And you know this better than your daughter's named Ames, right?
Yes.
I mean, so think of the game that's just 3 hours south this weekend. One of the biggest rivalries in college football.
Yeah.
I've heard up to 500,000 people-ish, 400,000 head to Ames. I mean, for a stadium that holds, 75,000?
Because the tailgating's epic.
Epic.
So
The tailgating's so good at
That'll be
Iowa State.
great.
We got to go do that.
That one sounds fun.
Hawk, I missed you last week.
I'm sorry, but
Oh.
I meant to come.
Remember he was talking the
He
big
went
game
to
about
Jaws.
He went to a movie, 50-year-old movie instead of coming
And
to
I'm
the
never
Gopher
going to be able to
game.
see it again.
Yeah,
Oh my
he's not wrong.
What if you came this weekend?
What if I go this week? I still have not seen a game at that stadium. The only time I've been to that stadium is for your wedding.
Core?
What if my first appearance at Huntington Bank Stadium is for Northwestern State.
Fantastic experience.
That's a terrible idea.
We'll start out 8 a.m.
Do not bring that bad mojo to that stadium.
8
against
a.m.
this team.
Mannings.
Are you doing it this week? Big time?
Yeah.
8 a.m.?
I mean, Seth already has her outfit laid out. We're ready to roll.
For Mannings? Does it have fecal matter on it?
No, I swear. It's going to be all 20.
She laid it out to make sure you weren't near
It's going to be sunny. It's going to be 65.
It's in the garage.
Yeah, you got time to get it dry cleaned.
Yeah. Well played.
It'll be ready by Saturday.
It's going to be
so
a wet
fun.
cleaning, brother.
It's going to be great. And it's probably not going to be a sellout, but we'll be able to get low and hang out and have fun. Great vibes.
So it's going to be fantastic. So it's a blowout. Let's do a prediction here. I say Minnesota 63 to 0.
Biggest blowout ever.
I don't think he's wrong.
How about last week, Flash? You said 24-10.
Yeah, you almost
and it was
nailed it.
23-10.
I missed my point.
You missed your point. Unbelievable
I'm going to
prediction.
go 58-6.
Giving up 6.
6, yep.
3 safeties.
How about that? Yeah. How about that film session?
58-6.
Hey,
58-6.
Hawk, you got a big game for you to travel to this weekend. Eden Prairie at Maple Grove.
How about it, man? I mean, come on.
Your Maple Grove squad.
Who's he
Telling you,
dying,
man?
Dinah's playing Wyzetta.
Oh, sweet.
That's a big one.
That's
That's a big one.
Late versus
Bet
the
on it,
King.
Core, bet on it. Why is that Edina?
I'll take Edina. Straight up.
I tell you.
Casino, go. Let it rip.
Come on,
Who's favored?
Well, Dinah's favored. I'll send you guys a point spread.
Then no, I'm not going to let him win. No.
And they're playing at home.
Just
Right down the street from Sauce's house.
Yeah, I can hear it from my house. It's sweet.
Dinah's going to crush Wyzetta.
Already week 2 of high school football.
Monty
It
not
goes
beating that
too
kid around.
It
fast.
goes way too
Did they
fast.
really?
Big win. Massive win.
Tonka looked really good.
Did they?
My Hornets are outstanding, so I understand why you don't want to bet.
Your
Tio,
hemorrhoids
you got to
are
go.
too.
I got to roll.
All right, man.
Thomas,
guys.
what are you doing? What time is the Gopher game?
11 a.m.
Okay, so when you're done, come over to Edina and watch Little Wellesley play at 4:30.
Oh, late
Let's
game.
go.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Sounds fantastic.
Dude, how great is it that it's a
He'll
Monday
get
night game?
drunk in public.
No, that sounds I'm actually going to text you about it. That sounds
coordinator,
fantastic.
right?
Yeah, on the D court. Well, yeah. Well, I guess. Yeah.
You got slat left, slat right.
Yeah, you get these kids to line up and be like, we're going to Liz this. Okay,
Yeah,
that's
let
it.
it rip.
Pursue.
Yeah.
God, that's
yeah.
Set the edge.
Yeah. Contain! All I yell is contain.
Yeah, exactly.
God,
All right, Tio. Thanks,
All right,
dude.
love you guys.
Peace, guys.
Bye,
All
Tommy.
right, Sauce will do sports in a second. Thanks, Fargo Flash. Tom Pelissero in about an hour. Cy Amundsen in like 15 minutes. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
Life's messy. We're talking spills, stains, pets, and kids. But with Anabae, you never have to stress about messes again. At WashableSofas.com, discover Anabae sofas, the only fully machine-washable sofas inside and out, starting at just $699. Made with liquid and stain-resistant fabrics. That means fewer stains and more peace of mind. Designed for real life, our sofas feature changeable fabric covers, allowing you to refresh your style anytime. Need flexibility? Our modular design lets you rearrange your sofa effortlessly. Perfect for cozy apartments or spacious homes. Plus, they're earth-friendly and built to last. That's why over 200,000 happy customers have made the switch. Upgrade your space today. Visit WashableSofas.com now and bring home a sofa made for life. That's WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
And pack your bags. The Power Trip Morning Show is taking over Las Vegas, October 23rd to the 26th. It's live from Tom's Watch Bar. We have 2 huge football watch parties as well. And the best part, you do Vegas your way. Stay where you want, fly how you want, and party with us in Sin City. Don't miss out. Get all the details at KFAN.com/Vegas.
Yeah, like a month and a half away. But again, 2 weeks from tonight, we're going to be at TI giving away trips
That's right.
to Vegas, both Thursday night and Friday morning.
We've been asked, by the way, not to bring Tommy because they don't want to ruin their bets.
said is
Well, here's the thing. He just gave us half the story on the air. The part he didn't tell you guys, the part you don't know,
About the Monday fiasco?
is that he ate the Taco Bell order. After that, he had a homemade pizza.
Yeah. He said that on the air.
He did say that on the air.
After that,
Uh-oh.
they made homemade brownies.
Oh, he did not tell us that.
That's why your belly's sick, sir.
And then,
That's a lot.
can we tell him the other
No,
thing?
don't say no.
Oh,
do
my
not say
God.
that. Do not say that. Do not say that. Hey, by the way, this weekend, I-94 is going to be closed between Highway 280 and I-35E in St. Paul from Friday at 10 p.m. till Monday morning at 5 a.m. So
Perfect.
I-94 between 280 and 35E in St. Paul, completely closed.
Great.
From 10 p.m. Friday night to 5 a.m. Monday morning.
Perfect.
That, in addition to the ongoing closure of the ramp between northbound I-35W and eastbound I-94, which is just south of Minneapolis. So, don't go anywhere. In the South Metro, I-494 will be shut down in both directions this weekend between Highway 100 in Edina and Highway 77 in Bloomington. So, again, I don't know how we're supposed to travel all around the Twin Cities.
It couldn't get more rough.
And I know they got to do what they got to do. I'm not trying to be critical. I'm just saying, so that part's shut down. So that means the only part that I can tell that is open to get from this side of the Twin Cities to that side of the Twin Cities will be 694, which will mean all the traffic will be on 694, which means that'll basically be shut down as well all weekend long.
Why does anybody ever leave their house?
Right.
This is a good weekend to remind yourself that it's better at home.
This is the only reason I'm not going to the Gopher game on Saturday.
That's
the only reason.
That and Rocky IV is back in the theaters.
Oh, God. Don't say
I wish
that.
it were.
Oh,
I wish it
man,
were.
that'd be amazing.
We would
be
all
so
go
good.
see it.
I'm going to tell you right
Except
now.
for Muss.
Yeah,
well,
doesn't like stuff.
he's passed out in his
Okay,
house.
real advice here.
Yeah.
If you're using Google Maps,
Yep.
which I think is superior to Apple Maps,
Well, yeah.
just hit the little icon that says avoid highways.
Yeah, I know.
You just gotta map
that's
your
an
route
option.
and
That's
then
an
just
option?
and
Oh,
just
dude, yeah.
and just avoid highways and you might have to go through some residentials, but you'll be moving.
Yeah. Yeah. It's that's a good one. Waze is good as well. I use Waze from time to time. Has a similar feature. So yeah, man. So there you go. I just a little public service announcement to make your life a little better, hopefully.
It's time for Fan 5
It is time
on
for
the
Fan
Power
5.
Trip.
It is.
Presented by All Around.
All Around, thank you.
Your TimberTech deck building contractor.
Hogs Daddy, the football season starts tonight.
It's happening.
Cowboys
It's all
at
happening.
Philly. The Eagles are a 7.5-point favorite. Game time is 7:20. That game can be heard right here on The Fan.
Let's go.
I know I'm in the minority here, but I am secretly cheering for the Cowboys at this point. I think now. Listen, I don't love the way that Jerry Jones handles his business. Okay, don't love that he puts it all out there like that.
Okay.
But I don't totally disagree with him trading away Micah Parsons.
Really?
No.
Tell me more.
When you look at the way it all went down, did he seem like the backbone of that team? Did he seem like a captain of that team where the team was like really, really, I'm talking players, really, really upset and wanting him back? I didn't hear it. Did you guys hear it?
No.
It kind of sounds like a little bit of a problem to me. So I know that he's productive. I know he's very good. He might be one of those quote unquote generational players. I get it. But if you can get something in return and sort of get rid of a headache as well, and maybe pay the players like Bland that they just paid that you feel like is truly like the cornerstone of your team, I don't disagree with that. I mean, you got to look at your team long term. Now, it could be the worst mistake ever, but if he handled his business a little more professionally, not in the media, but this was just sort of a trade that went down and you're like, wow, that was kind of a surprise, I think we'd be analyzing this a little differently. And personal bias, I like Brian Schottenheimer. I was with him in San Diego. He's a great dude, and I hope that he gets a real opportunity to prove himself as a head coach and not just a guy that's just going to be a stopgap. Okay, we're just going to weather this storm. Unfortunately, he's going to have to deal with all this other stuff, and then we'll get in a real head coach in 2 years. I hope he has a real opportunity to win there. So I'm secretly pulling for the Cowboys.
Plus, we all hate the Eagles, so it is who do you hate less, right? Because everybody hates the Cowboys too.
Gosh, I love Saquon. It's like Saquon's so good.
Saquon is great. Yeah, the Eagles are terrible, but
Yeah.
I don't want to cheer for either of them because the Cowboys are. Everybody talks
Just
about
cheer
the
that
Cowboys.
it's football season.
Yeah,
How
but
about
it's
that?
football
That's cool.
season,
That's
man.
right. Yeah, you just cheer
Football's
for
the best.
that. Yeah.
I think the pregame starts at 5, which is awesome. Can't wait.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
I love it.
Am I going to do something stupid here?
Go ahead, baby.
Am I going to take the Cowboys tonight?
Are you really? What's that number again right now?
7.5?
8.5 on DraftKings.
Oh,
I will take that bet if you'd like.
You want a hundy on it?
Yeah.
All right.
Let's roll.
Let's roll, baby.
Cool. I hate cheering for the Eagles, but let's roll.
who did I bet on with bonus? Did I take the Cowboys? Hang on.
I think you did.
We got Cy on the phone. Should we break and come back and do it?
Sure, yeah,
Okay,
let's
cool.
do that. Vikings news in a second.
Go Sports.
Go Sports.
Go Sports. Tom Pelissero at 8:20. More of the Power Trip Morning Show with Ben Lieber after this on the...
Tired of spills and stains on your sofa? WashableSofas.com has your back. Featuring the Anabay collection, the only designer sofa that's machine washable inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly prices. That's right, sofas start at just $699. Enjoy a no-risk experience with pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and changeable slipcovers made with performance fabrics. Experience cloud-like comfort with high-resilience foam that's hypoallergenic and never needs fluffing. The sturdy steel frame ensures longevity, and the modular pieces can be rearranged anytime. Check out WashableSofas.com and get up to 60% off your Anabay sofa, backed by a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not absolutely in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping or restocking fees. Every penny back. Upgrade now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change, and certain restrictions may apply.
Comedian Kelsey Cook is bringing a night of laughs to the Fitzgerald Theater October 4th. Catch one of 2 shows, including a special taping. Tickets are available now. Get the full details at KFAN.com, keyword calendar.
That's right. Speaking of comedians, Meat Sauce Paul Lambert is here.
Oh, that's nice.
Love your new material, by the way.
Yeah.
I think I have some.
That bit when you raise your hand and then you ask Woodhawk. Love it.
No, all my material is terrible.
Oh.
No, at least you have material.
Wait, at least you have material.
Yeah, we don't have any material.
I don't have any.
Corey's never brought anything to the show.
Not once.
So, props to you, buddy.
Yeah, way to go.
Look at you.
But Cy Amundsen joins because he's got a couple of things we got to talk about. Hi, Cy. Good morning.
Hold on. That's on me.
I recently taught my baby to say my wife, like Borat. And I thought that was a good idea. And now he wakes me up at 5:45 every morning going, my wife. And I think it's the worst decision a dad's ever made.
That would be hilarious. I love it. I need to hear that. That's great.
All right, we're going to do Vikings news in a second. We got to talk to you about a Vikings show that kicks off here in a second with your buddy, Chad Daniels. We'll talk about that. But let's stay with comedy. We mentioned it yesterday that Tommy Brennan, St. Paul's own Tommy Brennan, added to the cast of season 51 of Saturday Night Live.
How about that?
I only know him through social media and seeing clips that either you or Kelsey or somebody else posts. And then you told me via text yesterday that he was Kelsey's main opener for a while, and you're super good friends with him. So tell us about how amazing it was when you heard the news that your buddy Tommy Brennan is on Saturday Night Freaking Live.
Yeah, man. I mean, it's I've been lucky enough to get to know him through Kelsey and Chad, and he's so funny. I think there's this thing that happens. Like, there's 2 types of comics, not to boil it down so generally, but guys who are in a coastal city who do 7-minute sets and don't go on the road. And then there are guys who work the road, and gals, whatever, you know what I mean. But the idea of comics, the ones who come up and work like a room of 18 people in Iowa and then somehow get to the top of the mountain. So, like, it's such a fun thing. Not only is he a good dude, not only is he funny, but for somebody who came up doing stand-up throughout the country and kind of that hard path, seeing a dude who's so funny and works so hard, that way, get something like this is so amazing. It's just, you get so jealous, in this business. He's one of the guys, like, he gets something, and that jealousy doesn't even get into your brain. You're just jacked. I mean, I'm really curious to see how it would be used on the show because he's so likable and funny.
Well, hey, Cy, good to talk to you again. Well, that's what I want to ask you about is, like, I know this is probably an impossible thing to answer because we just don't know what we don't know about how he's going to be used. But, like, based on what you know about his style and then what he's done at Second City in Chicago with his improv, and given his background here in St. Paul, where he comes from a big, Irish Catholic family, I'm sure he's got material for days. Like, do you think is he going to be like a true actor on SNL? Do you know if he's got like prepared bits that he's like kind of known for in the improv world and on stage? Like, how do you expect he's going to be used based on his personality?
He's part of this like generation of comics that I'm really appreciative of, where they don't take things super seriously, even when they're talking about serious stuff on stage. So he just has this silly, joyous, like you see some of his bits. He's got this great bit about discussing politics with his older relatives, and he just can quickly freak out. I don't want to say it's like a Will Ferrell effect, but you never know where a guy's going to land on the cast, but I can see him being able to just be silly and charming and kind of be a little Jason Sudeikis-y, where he could kind of do all sorts of things, like he's doing the NBA sketch with Tim Robinson, and then he's playing the straight man over here, and then he's got the dancing sketch. Like, I'll be curious if he ends up fitting into that straight man who can be silly and weird. But to be honest, I don't know his improv stuff enough. I just know that his stand-up is excellent. And they get a cast member every once in a while there where you just can't stop looking at them just because they're charming when they're moving and talking. And I think that's him.
Man, that would be awesome. It starts in about a month. I believe actually maybe exactly a month. I think it's October 4th. Super cool. Tommy Brennan from St. Paul. All right. So also Viking season starts on Monday. You have a new podcast with Chad Daniels, and it's Purple related. Go.
Yeah, we've been doing the tailgate for a couple years, but I've always brought in comics from other cities and famous people from other cities. We switched it. They somehow were like, hey, what if we let two insane maniacs that every time they go to a game together, like, usually have a problem of some sort? What if they had a show? And so it's basically middle of somewhere for the Vikings. It's all on the same feed still, the Vikings Tailgate or the Minnesota Vikings Podcast Network. It's a pre-show, like a preview show, but we are too dumb to do X's and O's. So, we've been in a lot of the cities. We've gone to a lot of the games. Chad is on the Mount Rushmore of trash talk, and he's like Phillip Rivers. He doesn't swear, so it's pretty interesting. So anytime we're together, it's wild. So we kind of tell stories, reminisce on that stuff. We did this interesting thing on Bears Week because we can get super negative when we're together. So we did this thing called Love It, Hate It, where for everything that we despise about Chicago and the Bears, we had to list something that we appreciate. And I've got one for you that was my top of the list, and then I have a question, and I'll get out of here. If you are not familiar, Ben might remember this, but the Bears have one of the greatest big man touchdowns of all time. After the power trip today, your listeners, take a second, go to YouTube, and enter Keith Trailer touchdown. This dude intercepted Mark Brunell and ran it all the way back, 340 pounds. And it took so long that the announcers were basically Mystery Science Theater 3000 in the clip. I mean, as it was happening. Incredible. But the one that we both agreed on that's obvious for Chicago is it's hard not to love the Super Bowl shuffle. But the question we had that we talked about on the show that I'm curious for you guys, if you had to pick one Vikings roster from history to make a silly hip-hop video like the Super Bowl shuffle, which team are you picking? You can hear Chad and I's answer on the show. Like I said, download it wherever you get podcasts, the Vikings Tailgate. It'll be up a little later today. It's coming up this morning. But I'm curious. I already know what Corey's answer is going to be, but I'm curious what everybody else picked if one Vikings roster did a video like that.
Right on. By the way, it also airs tonight at 6:30 right here on the Fan, that show as well. Cy, awesome, man. Yep. Thanks, dude. Appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye. It's not even close. It's 98.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say, too.
Johnny Randall.
Yeah.
See, my answer is the Love Boat group. Mine's the Love Boat group because those guys partied. I want to see those guys party and dance.
Yes. Yeah. Smoot out there dancing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Good
with
point.
props.
Yeah. See, I'm with you.
With props.
Yeah, I'm with Core.
Yeah, he's got the carrot top. Yeah, bro.
Yeah, so if Smoot's dancing, McKinney's, quote, performing.
Damn right he was.
Yeah. Dante's in the back just rolling dice. That's
all
like
he's
his
doing.
dance move. Right, he's just he's got a gal. He's just shooting dice.
Yeah, come on.
He's not dancing.
Yeah.
Oh, it'd be the best. You'd have a bunch of like really confused waiters doing like the Thriller dance.
It'd be great.
I can actually see the 98 team doing it, though.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
With Superstar and Stussy and all those guys.
Oh, yeah. That'd be so
Yeah, there's some characters there.
The
too.
offensive line alone would be
for
outstanding.
Sure. Yeah, here's Star.
Oh, Jamie. Oh.
That's his big part.
Wow.
I mean, the breakdown, the Gemini.
Right.
I bet you the Vikings fans out there would be split. If you really broke it down and you have like five arguments for 98 and 5 arguments for Love Boat team, it would be a hard one to choose because that offensive line, like you're saying, in 98 was some characters too.
Oh, yeah.
I do feel like we'd have to go pretty far back, though. No offense to the recent teams. I don't know if I'd want to see the recent teams cutting up a rug. You know? Let's go back when they had a little more outlaw to them.
Well, every team, every player, every sport had more outlaw to them back then because they didn't have cameras on them all the time.
Exactly.
Correct.
Pre-social media.
Yeah, there was plenty of
sex. Whoa.
Yeah, plenty of it. I mean, I can remember early in my career with the Minnesota Vikings, like you. I love saying that, even though I'm 5'6" and don't really do anything for the team. Rolling into Dallas for the first time on one of the trips, and the amount of hookers who were waiting on the squad. This was a long time ago. This was 15 years ago, right? And there was I forget what hotel it was, but it was out in the middle of nowhere. And walking into the lobby of that hotel and seeing all the ladies of the night. And
Can I ask you a question?
My God,
This is a non-sarcastic
that doesn't
question.
happen at all anymore.
How do you know they're prostitutes versus just like groupies?
I asked somebody who would tell me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you asked Rosie?
No, I asked somebody that we know pretty well.
Oh, can't wait. I know who that is.
Yeah.
That can figure out the difference between groupies and hookers?
I am so naive when it comes to this stuff, and I'm being honest.
Right.
And I think I've said this before. I didn't know who was a family member, spouse, or hooker.
Right.
I really didn't. Because
what a fun game show. Fox pregame show should do that.
Yeah, that's
family
great.
member, girlfriend, or prostitute.
Right. It's so the thing is some of the clothing options that some of the players' spouses / girlfriends and or family members. It could be like a sister, and
grandmother.
Yeah.
Now we're talking.
Any one of those family members, I'd immediately think, oh, that's a hooker, that's a prostitute. Mm-hmm. But then I would see them gathered as a family later. I'm like, oh no, that's like a sister.
Oh, that's the coach's daughter.
Oh, whoops. It's
Belichick's girlfriend.
I've been fooled a couple times. So now it's all just white noise. You just walk in, you grab your key card. I don't even know who's loitering in the lobby. It's none of my business. I'm not there to guess.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, back in the day, you'd be like, and you were paying. You were like, I had no idea, right?
Yeah. Wow, you fooled me again. I thought you were Frank Smoot's mom. Dang it.
I thought you were Greenway's niece. I didn't know.
Oh, yeah.
That was for a coffee run.
Yeah.
I mean, I can distinctly remember that moment because I was so shocked by it. And it was somebody that we all trust and know very well. Because I was like, what is going on? He was like, oh, yeah.
I mean, I knew of guys that got in trouble for having girls on the floor, because the floors are, the player floors are.
It's like, take them in your room.
Yeah.
Right. Get a room.
As you know, Hawk, the player floors are guarded by security. So if you get off the elevator on floor 5 and you're going to be met by a couple security guards, well, the guys find creative ways to get girls into the room. Or they might just say, like, no, it is my sister.
But yeah, right. But isn't it true though, Ben?
Joe Dirt.
I mean, from now with this regime compared to even when you were on the squad, it's so different.
Oh, it's so much more professional now.
And it's not. I don't even think the players really want that distraction.
No, they don't.
These players, this group, this generation of players. Do you know what I mean? They want to be ready for the game the next day. There's too much on the line.
Yeah, I think I would even say the outlaw.
I wonder if you just got nominated for preposterous statement.
100%.
This generation of athletes doesn't care for getting ass on the road. They're not interested. They just want to be a professional, make some money, play the game, and go home. That's it.
Yeah. They're not interested in that.
No, they're not interested. They've moved on.
They've all deleted Instagram.
The love of the game.
Yeah.
I would say this about Hawk's statement, though. I think it's a little bit of A and B. I think guys are just smarter about where they do it and how they do it now.
That's it, right?
Guys were knuckleheads. Like I would say even the generation that played before me. Like you're talking, truly like just like Bursic era, Superstars era. Those were like the outlaw days, and even earlier than that. When I got in the league, it was starting to get cleaned up. There was starting to get more security around. There was like a lot more talks about personal behavior, about what this looks like for the organization.
But again, not to beat this to a point, but isn't it back to the iPhone? Isn't it back to camera phones and social media?
I think that's part of it, yes.
Is that the defining line that after
probably.
that, everybody's tried to be a little more careful?
Yes.
Obviously, people are still being reckless, but my guess is that's the difference. Is now, back in the day, the era you just referenced, who's going to see you?
Yeah.
You're the cover of darkness. Now you have to worry about every single person at every place you go. You can't just go to a random lobby. There's going to be somebody taking pictures, potentially.
I mean, you can't even go to the state fair. I mean, Justin Jefferson was just walking around the state fair doing absolutely nothing to anybody, and he's still got some flack for it.
That was so stupid.
Yeah. So dumb.
Don't you think, too, though, going back to, and I'm sorry, I wouldn't even know if you told me, but you had an NBA player on who came and literally talked about his...
Rashad McCants.
Yeah, okay. He talked about... This is my girlfriend, but this is the next girl in line. This is the next girl. And talk to you guys about it on the air.
On the air.
Yeah.
It was one of my favorite interviews ever.
Do you know the story, Ben?
No.
It's unbelievable. Listen to this.
Unreal.
I'm not a doctor, but I believe Rashad McCants was bipolar or something like that, or had some kind of weird thing, because there would be times he would walk in and he would act like Lake and I were his best friends. And he barely knew us, right? But he couldn't wait to see us. He was super excited. Other times he would walk in, go straight to his phone or stare at the floor and act like, why am I here? I don't know who these guys... Like, you never knew. It was 50-50, but he was on our show in the studio all the time. One of the times he walked in, shot out of a cannon, and on the air told us about the NBA skank ladder. Those were his words. And he basically described how, like, everybody in the NBA has a series of gals, and the higher up on the ladder you are, the more, the top of the ladder is the wife. She gets the house. She gets the kids. If you're on the bottom of the skank ladder, you got to do anything they say. You might get like some free food, or like, I'll buy you a necklace or something.
Yeah,
but you're doing whatever I want, whatever I want.
Right.
So he's explaining the NBA skank ladder to us on the air. And then Lake and I go downtown Minneapolis that night. That's when I still went downtown, because I was like, I got to try to meet somebody. This sucks.
Yeah.
And Lake and I parked in one of those Target Center ramps, and we're walking through the Skyway. And this is 45 minutes after the show. And we run into Rashad McCants and a gal. And, hey, Rashad, good to see you, man. We're like, we didn't know he was going downtown. And he introduces us to the gal, but he kind of gives us the head nod, like, yeah, like she's pretty far down the ladder. Like, he didn't say that, but the look on his face was like, here's somebody. I don't even know who this is.
Yeah.
Wow.
She's on like the 7th rung. We're like, have fun, man.
Yeah.
Have a great night. But the look on his face, it was almost an embarrassment. Like, you know what's happening. I know what's happening. Good to see you guys. See you later. And then he probably never remembered us again. But yeah,
unbelievable.
NBA skank ladder.
So does the level of hotness also correspond with?
No.
Okay. It's not like you saw her on the 7th rung and she was like a 3.
No, she was attractive.
Yeah.
For sure. But I don't think it would have mattered.
Was Skank Ladder the name of the podcast?
I don't even think we podcasted at that point.
Yeah, probably not.
But I think you guys all know who I'm talking about, but just in case, I won't say the name. But I think I've even said it. I think I've said the name on the past, but I'll keep this name out of it. For example, there was a pretty big star who went elsewhere, and the second gal on his ladder, that was not his wife, got a whole bunch of money, got a whole bunch of...
Lavelle.
No.
What? Who's Lavelle?
Okay, keep going. I love this bit.
Lavelle Neal the second, not the third. It was the second.
Let's just say what I was told is basically number 2 sometimes travels if you get traded.
Labor.
If you're number 14 on the NBA, if you're number 14 on the skank ladder, he can find number 14 in the new city. But sometimes number 2 or number 3, but in this case, number 2 got traded with this player.
Kevin Gorg.
So close. I was shockingly close.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
Anyways, one of my favorite interviews ever, man. He just, it's the kind of interview you wish athletes would do, but in all honesty, they shouldn't, because it was God, I can't believe you're saying that part out loud.
Well,
it was nuts.
I also think the culture is different, too, because in the NFL, and you get groomed through college, there's not a lot of time on the road.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Right.
So a lot of this stuff happens on the road, and especially now with phones, you can like set all this stuff up through all your apps and stuff like that. These hookup spots. But you're in town. Like the Vikings will have a few hours of free time on Sunday night before they have meetings again, and their bed check at 11 or midnight. And then you're not going to probably do anything on game day. But in the NBA and baseball and even hockey, like you're on the road and you might stay in a city for a night or two. Right. A lot can happen then.
Hey, let's not say names here either, but we worked with somebody on the ladder.
Oh, yeah.
We sure did.
In this building, somebody was on the ladder.
He's about to do a builder's or a modeler spot.
I mean, we've seen it firsthand. Got a car out of the deal, right?
Yep. Yeah.
Hey, how'd she get that car?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, she's on the ladder.
Yep.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. It happens.
Mr. Hockey, there's somebody on the phone for you. Oh, what do they say their name is?
The catcher.
Oh, my God.
Well, send her up.
Yeah. Looks like an oven mitt. Parker Fox is here. We'll talk to Tom Pelissero in 20 minutes. It's the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
The Fan. Tired of spills and stains on your sofa? WashableSofas.com has your back. Featuring the Anabay collection, the only designer sofa that's machine washable inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly prices. That's right, sofas start at just $699. Enjoy a no-risk experience with pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and changeable slipcovers made with performance fabrics. Experience cloud-like comfort with high-resilience foam that's hypoallergenic and never needs fluffing. The sturdy steel frame ensures longevity, and the modular pieces can be rearranged anytime. Check out WashableSofas.com and get up to 60% off your Anabay sofa, backed by a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not absolutely in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping or restocking fees. Every penny back. Upgrade now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.